How's it going, people? Today I am at mtmee, or Oceanview to be precise. Heading off to some hidden waterfalls up the South Caboolture River Tributary. Straight away, show this awesome massive rock behind me. If I can kind of show it on the right angle. It's got a big rock overhang, it's almost like a cave. It's hard to really see in this sunlight. It's pretty cool anyway. Beautiful views. I'll show you some at the end. There was some grassy mountains when I first started this track. Could even see Brisbane City off to the other side. I'm walking on this great, at the moment, freshly slashed trail. Can't complain with that, it makes life easy. We're going to work our way down to the creek, rock hop up over several waterfalls. Got 100 mils of rain this week, so she's definitely flowing. And yeah, show the action once I get there. See you soon. So there you have Mr. Hwy, I believe, if I'm correct. I always seem to mix up Hwy and Dayboro. Anyway, keep going down this trail. No snakes yet. It's about 16 degrees. It's the end of autumn. That little valley you can kind of see is where the creek is we're going. So not far. We're just going inside now, cutting into the lowest level so don't miss any tiers. And then we will start navigating our way back up to the top level. Alright guys, we're on the creek. Just a slow, steady rock hop up to where the falls begin. Definitely good flow at the moment, nice and wide. Reminds me at the moment a little bit like Utopia Falls at Mount Biggerton, just a little bit when you go upstream. So when you go upstream from Utopia, it kind of encloses with all these little trees and shallow little streams pretty much. But not Utopia as the falls that you know it. Anyway, keep going up and I'll show you the first fall when I get there. Nice big strangler fig behind me as well. Decent base size. Righto, I'm already getting hot and humid, that's the way life goes. Shirtless hiker at the back of that. Alright, so not even within 5 minutes I'm at my first little cascade. Very small, don't worry, they're going to get much bigger. I'm just showing you where we're at to start with. So, cool. Alright, let's keep going. Alright guys, we're about half an hour up the creek now. Pretty easy going. Even with the amount of rain, you can still navigate the rocks pretty easily. So that's good. I was worried when these stuff, you know, when they get flooded, you're basically just going to get your shoes wet because there's nothing to stand on. But luckily, there's a lot of exposed rock still. Not too slippery, which is good because it's more drier out this side of mtmee. Yeah, this is not a massive cascade, but we are starting to get into bigger boulder territory. See there's massive two big boulders that have figures growing out of just there. But yeah, people, it's great, good stuff. I'm going to keep heading up. Look at this boulder behind me as well with a massive tree. Alright, so this is going to be just pretty much drop after drop at this point, because this one was, as soon as you climbed it last one, this was in sight straight away. So, not bad. There's a lot of good pools. The water is that slightly brown colour, but I mean, it is what it is. It's still pretty awesome. The rocks are great. You do get some little ferns around here and stuff, so not full rainforesty, but yeah, tranquil enough, a bit like the foothills of Mount Glorious. I say foothills because, yeah, kind of like City Creek. No palm trees though, actually. Yeah. Anyway, we'll keep going. The water's underground at this point, but I just want to show you how big the boulders are. It's just epic. Definitely very cool. Alright, we're going to get to some big slabs of rock with some decent waterfalls coming up in the next 20 minutes. Yeah guys, just the camera barely does this justice, but these boulders are just massive, they just go up. Yeah, it's hard to believe that when you drive over that Caboolture River on the Bruce Highway, that dirty ass water comes from this beautiful set of waterfalls. There's been a couple of swimming spots. I mean, in summer you'd find anywhere to swim here, I'm sure enough. Yeah, basically if you're hot, you just sit in it. But yeah, Keep going, people. Wow. Paradise, eh? Pure epic. I almost missed this part because the creek keeps splitting into kind of like two separate sides. The big fig tree in the middle, and I went over that way, and then I've just kind of come back to the top and I've gone, hang on, there's something here. So I've come down and yeah, now you can see both together. So cool, eh? Keep moving. Alright, it's starting to get steeply up around this corner here. The camera doesn't really show how the degree of the angle is, I don't know why, this is the way it is. But yeah, from this point, curves around and then we'll get some nice big drops. So yeah, see you up there soon. Alright, so yeah, this is pretty cool. Big boulders, I mean if I stood next to that, it'd be like double my size, but it's really hard to see perspective at the moment. Way up in the distance, that sunspot is our first decent big waterfall, I think. It looks like a big slab of rock. Hard to see with the light, but yeah, you'll see in a moment anyway. But yeah, still loving this place. Great kind of scrambling over all the rocks. If you're into that, this is yeah, pretty cool for it. Alright, see you up at that slab. Well, within an hour we're at our first big slab of rock, which is the biggest waterfall of the day so far. I dare hope there are a few more above it, at least as big. Yeah, I'll turn the camera around and show you a bit better. The sunlight's a bit on it, but there you go. Not bad flow, eh? For a tributary. Alright, we'll keep going up. This is pretty cool, guys. There's like this fig tree that's growing off the side of a rock face. And it's also like a cave as well. Again, the camera is really crappy to show you this kind of perspective, but I'll turn the camera around and see if it's any better. I'm going to call it Fig Cave. I think it's pretty cool anyway. Blue skies now, people. Yeah, boy. We've got more waterfalls coming up. So we got back to a bit more rocks and boulders again, and I'm assuming there's another slab of rock further up. This is pretty cool. It's like a little mini amphitheatre, just kind of curves right in. And those rocks are just freaking huge. Yeah. Alright, keep going up. This is the far right of where I just was actually. So this is so wide, this creek. I'm so surprised. I really would expect this trip to be you know, narrow and dried out and just probably lantana. Like, I just can't believe it has so much going on here. Alright, so the creek was quite wide. For the last like few hundred metres, there was basically 3 bits of like separate waterfalls going down. So you basically got to cross right across, you know, traverse each side of the creek to make sure you're not missing each of the 3 little drops. So it's kind of cool. But now it's tightening back up to the bottleneck here. There's massive boulders here. That is just, you can't even tell really with the camera still, but that's as big as a small car right there. And yeah, it goes up and about 50 more metres of potential waterfalls, and then it will smooth out a bit and 50 metres of cascades, and then that'll be it. So I've got 100 metres to go, but only about 50 metres I reckon of the last potential good waterfalls. I do believe there's one big slab of rock at the very end, so that's something to look forward to. Alright, let's see who's up there. Just wanted to show you the amount of flow on this because it's so bottlenecked up, it's just pumping through here. So I want to show you a couple of things. One is this awesome quartz vein just popping up between this rock. Right here, look at it. It's just popping out of this other... I'm not a rock expert, so don't quite know what the other rock is, but that's definitely a vein, of course. High up on the hill on the right there, there's an epic friggin' little cleft. Just rock crop out of nothing out of the bush. And I'll try and show you this other thing. This looks like a really cool slot canyon. There we go. It's a massive slab of rock. And just look at it. Wow. Wonder what lives in there. All these cool ferns at the base. But yeah, zoom out a bit here. This we're at now, just climbing up into this little what do we call it? I think it's called a gully, but it's almost like a little mini canyon, to be honest. Just showing you the continuous journey up here through this awesome canyon. And behind me now, the trees are still blocking, but we are starting to get a horizon view. Oh, yeah, you're not going to see it on the camera, but I'll show you when we get up higher. Alright, this is the next cool little waterfall, and this is a really cool deep, it's shaded, but it's a nice little swimming hole. And I want to show you something else cool behind me. There's this massive tree. There we go, got the right angle now. And the roots have just laid themselves all over the side of the rock. It's freaking epic. Just trying to hold on, the big bastard. Nature is incredible. Alright, see you further up. Alright, so I'm going to show you the first glimpse of the ocean now. You can start to see, and I'm pretty sure that is Moreton Island way out there. Epic, eh? I'll show you the full glasshouse mountain view once I get back up the top again, people. Well, just checking in again, just another cool cascade. Alright, so I'm still going up the creek, just a lot of boulders. I just climbed a really dodgy part that almost I couldn't get up it. It was like I had to get a little bit wet in the water just to scale the rock. Otherwise I was going to have to go all the way out and go all up the side up there, up the hill to go around this. And I didn't really want to have to go back if I didn't have to. Luckily, it was just that one way that I could get up. There was two other rocks, and like one was too high, one was too slippery, one was too far away, one was too vertical. I just found the path. So very fortunate I figured that out. Alright, let's hope I keep going up without too much more difficulties. And I think I can see the slab of rock up in the very, very distance. Looks like a bit of sun and a turn of the creek, so we'll see when we get up there. Just another tier of the floor. And even behind me, there's so many cool rock, little cave outcrops. Just, yeah. It's a little, it definitely is like a lost world to me. Alright, so this is now the biggest waterfall I've seen so far today. It's kind of dropping off these boulders and then it gets to the slab of rock, so you'll get a better view of the slab once I get over this first section of it. So yeah, it's pretty epic. Once you get on top of that, I should get some ocean views again. But yeah, it's awesome. Just this sheer amount of rocks here and these boulders are just nuts. I'm actually really, really enjoying it. Alright, I'm still going up the boulders. I'm almost at the big slab of rock, which is pretty cool to see up there. Alright, so I'm at the base of the rock. We've got a little bit of a creek, well, a bit of a creek, but the water's split, so we've got a bit of a waterfall coming off the side here, as well as the main drop over here. I'll show you the main one in a second, just kind of focus on this little one here. I'm going to spin around and show you now also the horizon, getting much better views. Yeah, I can't even zoom, so what I'll do is just zoom the crap out of it for you. Check her out. Good stuff, eh? Righto. And I'll get over this other main bit now. Well, here we go. Probably the best thing you're going to see all day. Pretty damn impressive, but I'll turn the camera around. So, very nice. Slows down. Shows that horizon again. Over there's that little waterfall you can't see tucked inside. And I'm going to make my way up, show you what's above it, if there's another drop, and the view, and that'll probably nearly be it. Good stuff, eh? Woo! Righto. I don't expect much more. There might be one more drop, but I'm not holding too much, I hope. Alright, this is the next little drop on the left side of the main, well, the left split of the waterfall, we'll call that. I'm going to climb back on the face of the main rock and I'll show you what's up, like I said, further up there. So I really like this side waterfall. There's so much character. This is the one below it, actually is looking some of the best ones today, believe it or not. It's just epic, the right amount of flow with the right amount of stuff going on. And yeah, the view is just getting better and better as I climb. Alright, so I'm in the middle of the slab of rock, and still going to be like another bit of a tier above it. I'll turn the camera around and show you a bit better. Yeah, pretty epic. There's even another little waterfall coming off the right here, which we're going to go over there in a second. And then there's the one on the left where I just come from. I'll turn around for you, show you the big rocks that I've just ascended up. And there's Moreton Bay again. How the fuck are you? Righto, I'll see you on top. So yeah, this is the far right of the slab of rock. Another pretty epic little waterfall in itself. So really there's again three coming off the face this rock face. Just epic. Yeah, I'm gonna get up through the middle and yeah, I'll finally be on top of it all and see what's going on. Alright, so I'm still slowly getting up this rock face. Just enjoying every little tier and just enjoying the view. So it was pretty epic to see the entire coast. This is tier number 100, I don't even know, lost track, but still pretty cool. Again, I'm not even up the rock face yet. Phew! There's worse ways to spend the day, people. The next levels. Alright, it's pretty much one of the upper tiers and looking pretty awesome to me. Pretty cool cascade. This is to the left of where we just were, and we're almost at the top. Well, this is one of the last tiers, people. Pretty awesome. Alright, I think this is the last tier of the waterfalls. If we get up here, I think it looks pretty flat. So yeah, I'll post you in at the end and do an outro.